NFC battle on tap between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Houston Texans. The first of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway. This is taken at his 4th. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They go play action here on 1st down. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. On the ground, this is Lamar Miller. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Stephon Tuitt came out of Notre Dame as another one of those really tall defensive ends, and you just wonder, would they be able to have the leverage to bend and make plays? I think he just gave us an answer with that tackle.
They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman, and he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback. And no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down.
Target. Down. Blue 80.
Now it's Watson. He's going to look deep down the field. And this is caught. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller, 40 yards, and the Texans have taken the early lead. So they take the opening kickoff and drive it all the way down the field.
And that's the last thing you want defensively. On the road, in the playoffs, and now you're down a touchdown right away.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now Roethlisberger. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. No catches for him in the wild card win last week, but he's got a first quarter grab here. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. Here's Roethlisberger. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. He got 29 yards that time.
That was a terrific catch. I mean, to go up there and get it one-handed like that, but I almost want to go into that riff about back in my day, the gloves weren't quite like this.
When did gloves really become prevalent, just in general?
I think in the 80s. I think as we started to move through the 80s, especially as we got towards the latter part of that. But a lot of those were really like baseball batting gloves to begin with not much of a tacky area on the glove. In fact, there was none. I actually remember in cold weather games wearing the old scuba gloves, which you'd wear in diving, but they would split too easily in the course of the game. Then the glove manufacturers got smart and started adding to it, and here we are today.
Give them 4 on the carry there, but that only takes them back to where they started. 3rd and 10. Here's Roethlisberger. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. Fighting him off. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Johnson was the intended receiver.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
After the interception, here's Watson. And he's going to lose a yard or two, taken down behind the line. Javon Hargrave able to collapse the pocket and drop him for a loss of a yard. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Here's Watson. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Down! Black 22! Black 22! Richmond! Come back!
Watson now to throw. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Will Fuller, 66 yards. And the Texans will extend their lead. And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect, and this remains a 13-0 game. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2. They're looking at a 2nd and short yardage to start things out. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
We got three, fellas. We got 3.
Now Roethlisberger to throw on 2nd down. And he connects with Vance McDonald. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a 1st down as well. First carry for James Conner. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
On second down, here's Roethlisberger. Going for the deep ball. Oh, wide open, complete. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. In for the score. And the Steelers are able to make this a close game again. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And it's now 13-7. So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a one-score, 6-point game. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Tiger, Tiger, Tiger. Come back, come back. Tiger, Tiger, Tiger. Tiger, Tiger, Tiger.
Out of the gun, Watson. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Stephon Tuitt, the former Notre Dame man, able to get in and run him down for a loss of 14. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24.
Black 99 Philly. Two jet.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent game, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Come back. Black 22. Black 22.
Here's Watson now on second down. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And it looks like Steeler football. It is.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, these are going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Now it's Roethlisberger. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. DJ Reader in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. And Catanzaro's kick is right through, and that will cut the lead back down to 3 at 13-10. So not sure how they feel about that. They had golden field position to start the drive after the fumble recovery, but they went backward and then got 3.
Well, let's go from gold to silver, because the silver lining is they got the 3, right? You were talking about the golden field position. They didn't take advantage of it. That has to feel like a letdown.
You always stand ready to pounce. Always. And now out comes Houston. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. Now a play fake here on first down. Thomas has got it, complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back with more AFC playoff action after this timeout. To throw on second is Watson. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Tiger. Come back.
Watson. Fells has it left side. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. To the air yet again, Watson. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Thomas, the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down.
I wouldn't be shocked at all right now if there's a look of surprise on the big fella's face because he had the route that he wanted, running the corner, and usually he's able to use his body and catch the football, but a really nice play by the defenders, able to knock it away.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Watson escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to let it go deep right sideline. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Come back.
Again, it's Watson. Forced out to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Cameron Hayward. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Texans send the punter out as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And the Steelers set to take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about a 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
To throw here, Roethlisberger. Rolling to his right. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Roethlisberger will throw. And now the Texans want to call another timeout as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop it.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, But a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. The offense on third down tonight, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. A shotgun snap for Watson. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A very solid gain of 27.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
Watson looks to throw again. Being chased out left. Going deep this time for Miller. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5.
Richmond.
From the gun, here's Watson. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And they'll be down just outside of the end zone at the 1-yard line. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. Here comes Ryan Switzer to return it. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And down he'll go at the 25. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll make this a second down. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
All right, Brandon, you know me as well as anyone. You know I don't usually advocate abandoning things during a game, but here we are in the second half. I think it's time to change things up. Let the running game go a little bit. Let's get to the passing game. And if you still want to get in the hands of the runner, maybe you swing it to him, throw it to him a little bit. Try it that way.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line. So here's the Texans offense now. They get set to start this third quarter. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
Now Watson over the middle. It's Fells. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one a first down.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a first down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done.
Blue lady! Blue lady! Tiger!
On 1st and 10, Watson. He's going to go for a big play downfield. It's caught inside the 25. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. A huge play there for Houston. 48 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Watson hands this to Foreman. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. It's big Vince Williams who made the tackle.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Down! Blue lady! Blue lady!
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Miller. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Lamar Miller, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Texans will add on to their lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Fairbairn now to kick this one away. Switzer now to return. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete. And all the way down to the 29. A big play. Smith-Schuster on the throw from Big Ben. 42 yards.
Jack 16. Sunday.
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Letting one go deep for the end zone. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And he will take it out to the 25-yard line.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
Here's Watson. Over the middle, open is Thomas. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one goes for 24 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Here's Watson. He's going to air one out. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins, 51 yards. And the Texans will extend their lead. And they're able to up the lead by one more. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. Switzer now to return. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
Yeah, turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid. He's got a man, complete. A gain of 39 that time.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got the step on them. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Jonathan Joseph there for the tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this third quarter of play. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. This is Johnson. He's got it. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. They stay on the ground. Here's Connor again. He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On third down, it's Connor, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A great effort there, taking it in from 4 yards out, and the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit. Extra point good by Catanzaro, and that will get them one closer. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. This is taken at the 3. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And the Texans set to come onto the field. This game was really a tussle, seemed like just a moment ago, and now they've got the momentum. A couple of scores on their last pair of drives and a 2-score lead. I think here now you go conservative, right? Run the football, work the clock.
You know, I usually agree with you, but I'm going after him right here. I want to put this bad boy away. I wouldn't be afraid to throw it. They've got all the confidence, all the momentum on their side. Go ahead and take your dagger shots and try and finish this one off.
I disagree vehemently. I say run the football. You've got the lead.
Well, let's watch it and find out who's right.
Space to maneuver at the 40. And finally down at the 41-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the first down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the fourth quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. From the 50, it's Watson. Pass incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches. Watson now to throw. Over the middle, it's Thomas. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
To throw is Watson. Steps away to his left. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a 1st down. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Miller. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal.
Richmond.
Back to throw, Watson. Underneath for Miller. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal. Now it's Watson. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. He was trying to hit Thomas that time. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
The first play of the drive there is incomplete.
After that throw, and it was definitely one that he would love to have back. I wonder what's going through his head. I wonder what kind of mind game he's playing with himself to get himself back on track. Because a lot of guys, that's what they do. They have little triggers that when the mechanics are...
The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Now it's Roethlisberger. Keeps himself upright. Now a desperation throw. And got his man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Now, that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
So the illegal forward pass also costs them a down, and now it's 2nd and long. Roethlisberger to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off near the 34, and his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Throwing now is Roethlisberger. And this is going to be incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. Here's Roethlisberger finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play. And just like that, it's third down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. Through an opening, and there he goes. Past the 20, 10, and they will score a pick six for the Texans TD. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Fairbairn good with the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.